promos, and we are currently on part 3 of, I'm guessing it's going to be our 4-part series of where we go through the starter decks for the One Piece card game. We're going to review the cards that are coming out, going over which decks are better, which ones you should play at your pre-release coming up. So far we've already reviewed red and green. Now we're going to be getting into blue, which is going to be the 7 Warlords of the Sea. A bunch of really cool characters. I love a bunch of these characters. They're really cool. Excited to get into it. So we're going to start off here with Crocodile. He's going to be our leader. He's going to be our 5k 5 life leader, like all the other leaders we've seen this far. So he's going to activate main Don -4 once per turn. Return one character with a cost 5 or less to its owner's hand. I think it's pretty solid. There's definitely better leaders out there, but I feel like within, well, I've said this about a bunch of these cards we're looking at in the starter decks. You know, we're getting super pre-release, and between this and the first pack promos, it's what we're really going to have to work with until the full release later in the year. So we're going to be in the starter deck meta for a while, and it's all we have to work with, so we better take it. I think that's a really good, like, control cards. Let's say your opponent has blocker on the field. Try and go for game, just being able to Don -4 to get rid of the blocker and go for game. No, I think it's a solid card. It's all we have to work with right now, so pretty solid. So once again, the 3-drop 5k 1k counters, Edward Weevil here, they're all solid. Like I said in the 2 previous videos, solid. You should play them. Oh, so we got the Crocodile here. He's actually our first super rare, so he's 5-drop 6k no counter, but he is a blocker. He's got Don X1 unblocked. Place one character with a cost of 2 or less at the bottom of the owner's deck. Very, very interesting. Just being able a really big blocker, because most times we've seen the 1k 1-drop blockers being played, but I don't think this one's bad. You know, having a stronger blocker, and then when you're blocked, being able to put a character with 2 costs or less at the bottom deck, pretty solid. I'm not sure how much play he's going to see, honestly, because he is a 5-drop, and he's not really being too aggressive. He's more of the board control. Like green and blue, especially in Digimon, they're usually more control-oriented colors, and that's the feeling I'm getting outside the Crocodile right here. So we do have everyone's Gecko Moria, 4-drop 5k 1k counter on play. Add 7 Warlords of Sea or Thriller Bark Pirate type character with a cost of 4 or less other than himself from your trash to your hand. So that's cool, having more future Thriller Bark Pirate support. I feel like this would be good longevity, and being able to get some recursion stuff. Like let's say you used one of your 7 Warlords and you want to get them back for more recursion, whether it be like the Crocodile or some of these other cards we're going to look at. Just having this as an option, being able to grab back, is pretty solid. So we do have the 4-drop 5k Draco Mihawk. He's also got 2k counter. He's got Don X1 when attacking, draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards from your hand. A bunch of filtering right there, so you can discard one of your 7 Warlords and then being able to get back with Gecko Moria. He's interesting. Like I said, they're being able to filter cards, being able to cycle more, get more draw power, because this game honestly doesn't have too much draw power. So that's, you know, pretty solid. It does got the 2k counter, so he's probably going to see a decent amount of play just because of that alone, having that 2k counter in hand option. Yeah, he's I'm gonna have to play with him to see more how I feel about it. 2-drop 4k 1k counter Gmail. Talked about vanillas in the past. And we got Sentomaru here. It's got that X1 activate main once per turn. Those got a cost of 2. Play up to 1 Pacifista with a cost of 4 or less from your deck. Then shuffle your deck. Ooh, that's interesting. So I'm guessing Pacifistas over here. Just being able to call out your Pacifistas straight from that. Oh, that's a 4k6. I know I was saying earlier, in previous videos, I didn't really like the 4-drop 6k ones, but if you're able to, you know, like float them straight out of the deck off Sentomaru here, I think that's pretty interesting. Biological weapon Navy. It's also Navy. It's interesting how a couple of them, like these are 7 Warlords, Broke Works, how they're all just different things, but then you got this random Navy cards that are just thrown in here. Interesting. So it's not really working too well with other ones. Regardless, we're gonna get into the other cards. So yeah, got the Trafalgar Law, 1-drop 1k blocker. Like we said, previous ones, those are good cards. Then we got Dokio Tado Flamingo. This is a really strong card. 7 drop 7k on play, return a 7 cost lower character to the owner's hand. So if your opponent drops a really big one, let's say in the mirror, your opponent dropped down this Crocodile, just being able to retaliate by dropping the Doflamingo, bouncing their Crocodile back to the hand. So now that's going to set them back a turn. Really, really strong. Easily one of the best cards in the deck. So we got Kuma and Pacifists also. So I'll play look at top 3 cards of your deck and return them to the top of your deck in any order. Trigger plays card 2 3k. I don't think that's good. I do know there's a decent amount of cards, especially within the first set, that do that. I'm not crazy for that. Like, it's not even adding a card. If it was like crack the top 3, you add whatever to your hand, I'd be okay with that. But it doesn't do that. It just top or bottom. I mean, if you like crack the top 3 and you see you got 3 bricks, I mean, yeah, put them on the bottom. But I just think there's then you got the best card in the game, 1 drop 3k Buggy the Clown. Let's go. We already went over the Pacifista. Oh, and then we got Girl Boa Hancock. 3 drop 1k blocker. Oh, it's got trigger place card. Interesting. I know the 1 drop like Trafalgar Law sees a lot of play. I don't know if this Boa will though. Because she's not really aggressive anyway. She does have the trigger to play herself, and she's a blocker. I mean, that can come in super handy. You know, your opponent goes for big swings for game, checks her and the life. Being able to play around and have security. Not for security, but have her as a blocker. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about her. I mean, Boa best girl all day, but I don't know how I feel about this card. Ooh, we got Marshall D. Teach. Okay. It's interesting because this is, yeah. On play, return 1 character with 3 cards listed on the stand for. Yeah, that's a solid card. That's really solid. I actually really like the card. So that's going to be all the characters. So for like the best character cards in here, definitely the Trafalgar Law and the Doflamingo. Some interesting ones. Oh, and the Marshall D. Teach is really good. So these 3 I definitely think are the best character ones. Since tomorrow, being able to float Pacifista out of the deck is really good, especially if we get more like Pacifistas in future, which we probably will. Probably have a more centered deck around on that. Boa Hancock and Draco Mihawk, they're both interesting. Not too crazy about either one of them, but Draco Mihawk, he does have the 2 drop counter. Boa, we'll see. Move on to the event card. So we do have Sables, which is a 4 drop. Ooh. Return 1 of your opponent's characters with the cost stabilized to the owner's hand. Trigger activate. Yeah, that's a good card. It's kind of like Kikai's Breath. You know, being able to bounce one of your opponent's one. Pretty solid. So we got Thrust Pad Cannon. Return a character cost 3 less to the owner's hand. Trigger activate this card's counter effect. 2 drop counter. I don't know how I feel about it. It's so I gotta leave 2 Dawn up. Return character 3 list in their hand. There's not many 3 that they're attacking with. I mean, it'd be. I mean, yeah, being able to bounce one of their vanillas. It's. I don't know. Once again, I just feel pretty. It's pretty mid, but once again, in Star Trek Meta, we don't have too many things to work with. Followed up by the Love Beam counter. Your leader or up to 1 of your characters gains plus 4,000 power for the duration battle. Then you've got 3 less cards in hand. Draw 1. Not bad. Okay. Once again, we said these ones that being able to gain the power, the DP boost, the 4K gains on the option cards, not bad. It also does have the option draw card, which I do like that one. So once again, blue. Yeah, I don't know. Right now, it feels kind of the weakest out of the star decks to me. I know blue gets a bunch of really cool cards. The Crocodile is also pretty okay. But it does got some like cool cards in it. Being able to bounce is really good. I'm just gonna have to see like long term how good it is right now. There's no hammer sparring, which is just, oh man, could you imagine if they just had a 0 cross event that just added Dawn? I mean, it'd literally be hammer spark. So yeah, blue's is not looking too hot for me right now, but blue does got some cool cards. I do like a lot of the cards that blue does have. Once again, guys, I am Noah from the DigiBros, and this was our video today looking at the Crocodile of the blue starter deck that's going to be coming out for the super pre-release, you know, next month in September. Once again, got some cool cards and got some pretty okay cards in it. What decks are you guys looking forward to? You know, like I said, red, Luffy, all day. Blue's not looking too strong to me. They got some really cool cards. They got the Man, the Myth, the Legend, Buggy, the Clown. So, best deck. I take everything I said back. Best deck right here. If you guys want to see more One Piece content in the future, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, because you already know, baby, we bring you the One Piece content. That being said, we'll catch you guys later.